Hi, Angie. Oh, sorry, camera. Okay, so today I have my mom with me. So I thought I wanted her to do just a little video to tell you a little bit about Angie and some fun memories she had of Angie as a kid, because I know some of you don't know Angie that well or like to get to know her better. So I wanted to take the chance while I had my mom here, because she doesn't get to come down here very often. So I'm going to have her tell about Angie a little bit, and that's it. Okay, go ahead, Mom.
Hi, Angie.
Make sure it gets to you. There you go.
We have fond memories of you when you were tiny. You were a perfect baby, and because we thought you were like a little angel, we named you Angela. And you grew and just talked so fast and so early. You had long blonde hair, curly hair, so it was usually in ringlets, long blonde ringlets. When we moved to Iona, we went to church and you were on the bench running back and forth, just talking as fast as you could talk. And the people in front of us said, "How can all that be coming out of a little girl?" Well, you talked early. You were lots of fun. You'd run around the house singing. I thought you were going to be some kind of a famous singer. But you'd just run around singing at the top of your voice. Lots of fun. When you went to kindergarten, I went to parent-teacher conference and asked how you were doing. The teacher said, "Well, she knows everything, but there's one thing I wish she would work on. When I teach the class, she raises her hand and says, 'I think it would be better if you said it this way.'" Her teacher didn't appreciate that. School came very easy for Angie, but she worked hard at whatever she did. She was lots of fun. She sang a lot with different friends, Christmas time, or when they had special programs. She would sing. One day she came home, I had her in dancing. She came home from school and said, "Well, my friend's mother doesn't think she can take us to dancing anymore because she has to go to work, so she can't take her turn." And I said, "Well, Angie, your mother works." "Oh, no, you don't," she said. "You just go to school when I go and come home when I come home." So even though I was teaching school, she had no idea I was working. She took dancing lessons because I put her in dancing because she slept on her belly when she was a tiny baby and one of her legs turned in. And then she had to wear corrective shoes for a couple of years, and the doctor said it would be good to have her in dancing, so we had her in dancing for that reason. She was wanting to be a cheerleader for several years. She would try out, and I don't know why they do that. They would have a bunch of mothers sitting there that would be the judges whether they were good enough to be a cheerleader. And one of the mothers said to her, "Well, you're good enough, Angie, but you just have too much weight on you to be a cheerleader." Well, Angie said she wasn't going to have that keep her back anymore, so she started not eating. We couldn't get her to drink milk, we couldn't get her to eat hardly anything, and pretty soon she got very thin. Her little arms were so thin I thought she was going to die. We took her to a doctor, and he said, well, if she ever wants to have children, she will have to start eating and get a healthy body. And he made her promise that she would start eating and drink some milk every day. So then she started eating a little bit better, but she always was thin after that time, and she started running. She would run every day. When she first started running in high school, she joined the track team. It was very hard for her. She was not gifted athletically, and her one leg still turned in a little bit. But she ran with the track team, and she came in last every single time. And she would fall on the ground and throw up when she was through it. I told her, you don't need to do this. You don't need to run anymore. But she did. She kept running. And when she graduated from high school, they gave her a huge trophy because she had improved so much from the time she started running. The most improved runner. And she came in, she was with a relay team, and they came in and beat sometimes, so she had really improved. When she was in grade school, they would always have, at the end of the year, days where they would compete with each other and give ribbons out to the winners of different athletic events. And her brother, Alan, who was just a little bit older, would come home with this handful of blue ribbons that he had won. And she would come home, and there was not one ribbon in her hand. She would sit down on the steps and cry. And I saw one day when she sat down and was crying, and he sat there with his fistful of ribbons. He went in the house, erased his name off of a ribbon, and wrote Best Sport of the Year, and brought it back and gave it to her. She was always gifted. And one day before she started school, I was driving down 17th Street, and she started reading me all the names of the businesses along the way. And I said to her, how do you know the names? Well, I know how to read, Mom. I said, how do you know how to read? You haven't even started school. How about Electric Company? They teach you how to read. And she did know how to read before she entered kindergarten, so I guess that's why her kindergarten teacher didn't like what she said to her. But she got lots of scholarships when she graduated. And she went to college. She had a lot of friends. She had a lot of fun times, and we loved Angie in our home and in our family. Lots of fun. Lots of fun to have her and all of our other children, and they all have loved her all through the years. I loved her as a blonde, but now she has dark hair. But we still love her.
You have to get used to all of us doing stuff like that.
I loved having the blonde children. We had lots of blondes in our family. But whatever people want to do, I guess. My children are all good examples to me. I learn really a lot from each one of my children. Well, they are gifts from God. be talking to you again, Angie. Love you. Hope you're feeling better, getting stronger. Pray for you each day that Heavenly Father will bless you, that you may be healthy again. Bye.
Bye, Ange. You gotta love that mom advice, right? Okay, we'll see you soon. Right. Bye.
What time do you go to church?